What's going on, guys? Kai here, and today we have a new code for you, as we're going to check out the paladins that were just added to Korea. Let's get into it. So the code today is "Who is next?" All capitals, all one word, and that'll be for 5 fire scrolls. I recommend saving them until the chakram dancers are in the game, as this is a part of the chakram thing going on. So first we have Ophelia. So what I did is I checked all their abilities. None of their basic attacks matter. None of them do anything, but I do at the very end of their stuff show you their book effects, so we can put that in context. So first, fire. This is going to be a first read of them. I don't have any preconceived notions going into it, and I'm going to tell you what I think as I read them. Ophelia recovers HP of the ally target, which is based on defense, pretty high percentage. Afterwards, pulls in nearby enemies to apply root and block harmful effect removal with a certain chance. 70% chance, 70% chance. So the root is they cannot move. A lot of abilities like Orbia's S3 on all the things makes her take a step back. Kina's S1 makes her step back to do the hammer drop, and even Cleef, all his S1, especially the fire, water, all of them makes him charge in. So they can't even click those abilities if they are rooted. Harmful effect removal is if they do any kind of cleanse ability, it will only cleanse this. And if they do a cleanse 1 ability, it will by default cleanse this and only this. When we have things like the water one, as we'll read, or Chow, they're pretty good against this because they do 1 at a time several times. So very good first ability. 4 mana cost is kind of high, but good heal and CC. Then we have the next one. Another heal. Recovers allies within the area 3 times, so heals 3 times, removing harmful effects and applying defense up, which will in turn, because she'll be applying defense up to herself, increase her heals for each one because it's based off defense. Applies burn to nearby enemies with a certain chance upon successfully removing a harmful effect based on defense. So it removes 2. So is it going to remove 6? Because it does it 3 times. So 60% defense heal, 58.3, 60% defense heal, and then remove 2 harmful effects and defense up. But it says it happens 3 times. So are we going to heal 60, remove 2, and then defense up? Making it's still going to be 60%, but it'll be 60% of a bigger number because your defense is going to be higher. And then if you remove anything, level 1 burn for 20 seconds. Pretty good. Going to be really powerful if this is a remove 6 effectively. It counters itself. Passive recovers the HP of Paladin and the target member every time a team member, including itself, applies a damage over time effect, which will include that second skill, and I don't see a cooldown on this. So if this does apply 3 times, then you could get this heal 3 times. In addition, the target team member gains attack up if it doesn't have attack up, and Paladin gains defense up if it doesn't have defense up. So this is kind of cool because when this triggers, it gives attack up and defense up. When damage over time, heals by 107% of defense, and you're going to have more defense, so it'll heal more. Very, very powerful. We'll also check out the ultimate. Recovers the HP of allies within the area 3 times, remove all harmful effects, apply a burn 3 times. In addition, applies defense up to allies based on defense. Higher defense heal, literally double the other one the same amount of times. Removes all. It is still unclear if it removes all 3 times. So something like a block, a beneficial effect sorry, not block beneficial effect removal, block harmful effect removal will be straight up countered by this. The other burn was 70% chance is 75% chance. And then level 2 defense up instead of level 1. So she is powerful. As we see, her book effect is defense and accuracy, the exact 2 stats you want for her, because all of her heals are based on defense. Defense also makes her tankier. Accuracy is going to be very important as she is applying these burns. This is shaping up to be like a fire version of if Ariel and Chow had a baby. That's kind of what it looks like to me. Then we go to Josephine. And you all know their predilection towards water units. So let's see what happens. 4 mana, deals damage based on HP to enemies in the area and removes a beneficial effect. Then it applies Provoke. The skill grants a shield to itself based on damage dealt. So 32% of its max HP as damage. Remove 2 beneficial effects. It says A removes a beneficial effect, but down here it says 2. 90% chance provoke, and then shield for 50% damage, 50% of damage dealt. So you're going to be building HP. You're going to do 32% of your max HP, and then you get a shield for 50% of that. And remember, shield is very good because it stops destroy from coming through. Then we take a look at the next ability. Remove all harmful effects on itself and grants a shield to allies within the area. Again, shield very, very powerful. Afterwards, applies counterattack to self. When paladin is attacked while it has counterattack, use Justice Strike 2. Remove all. This is level 1, I'm sorry. It's the same HP. Shield for 7 seconds. Counterattack for 7 seconds with... I believe this went up to 32% chance. And then if you do counterattack, then you have Justice Strike 2. Deals damage based on its max HP to enemies within the area and removes the enemy target's invincibility, shield, and spell shield, which is important as those are being thrown around more often on units. This skill grants a shield to itself based on damage dealt. So damage based on max HP, remove invincibility, remove shield, remove spell shield, shield 50%. Then we have passive. Uses Heavenly Blessing when a team member, excluding itself, receives CC. Recovers the HP of nearby allies if its shield disappears after taking damage from an enemy attack. So it gives HP... So uses a blessing when someone receives CC. So I'm not sure if that blessing is a shield. Use Heavenly Blessing. Okay. Uses the skill Heavenly Blessing, which is remove harmful, shield, and counterattack. And then if that shield is gotten rid of by enemy's attack, it also heals. The recovery amount is based on HP. In addition, when mana gain/loss or mana regen speed up or down, is applied to all enemy and allied monsters in arena and siege battle, remove all beneficial effects, increase their mana cost, and deals fixed damage based on the target's max HP to the target summoner. So that is a mouthful. So if they use mana regen, if they gain or lose mana regen up or down is applied to all. So this won't affect things like Orbia's passive, where she gets mana based on elemental advantage. This only if it affects all things. So it's kind of weird here with the wording. It sounds like it's a counter to Leo, but let me know in the comment section down below. This last part is kind of confusing to me of what fits this criteria. But then we have the actual effect down here. When a team member receives CC effect, use Heavenly Blessing. If shield disappears, recover 8% max HP. When mana gain / loss up or down are applied, remove all beneficial effects. Level 2 mana cost up. And 30% of max HP as fixed damage. So how this is worded is different than how it was worded up here. Now it sounds like any way of mana gain / loss, regen are applied. So now down here, it sounds like it counters Orbia or even all of them, right? So Orbia does it on Elemental Advantage. Cleef does it when he's attacked. Unsure what the qualifications are for this. It's the one thing I'm unsure about. Ultimate removes all harmful effects on allies within the area and applies a shield, then removes all beneficial effects on nearby enemies. Literally everything you want it to do. It's a heal, it gets rid of debuffs, it gets rid of buffs. It's also 64% of its max HP as a shield for 14 seconds. Literally everything and a ham sandwich. Then we have HP and resistance. I put almost no stock in resistance, but HP is a big value for her. Then we have Louise. Removes a harmful effect on allies within the area 2 times and applies invincibility to all team members. So this, whereas Chloe does a heal and invincibility, this does a cleanse and invincibility. Generally, the heal and invincibility is better, but there are going to be situations where this is going to be very powerful, but it is 5 mana. Recovers the HP of allies within the area and applies shield. Then applies provoke with a certain chance. The recovery amount based on HP. Recovers HP equal to 24% of max HP. 21% of max HP shield, and provoke. That's a powerful shield, powerful heal, and it does it to everybody. Very good. Passive, damage take. Oh, she's the one. Okay. So damage based on its evasion, applies spell shield to itself with a certain chance when it evades an attack. In addition, when a team member's HP is recovered, and elite and hero raids, applies attack up to the target member. That is powerful. That's almost a reason to have her on the team regardless. But 4 or 5% of evasion, damage taken down 1%. Evasion can go to 200%, right? No, 100%. So 20% damage taken down. When an attack is evaded, 30% chance to get a spell shield. As it even says it right here in reminder text, nullify 1 skill hit. So she becomes a big tank. When a team member is recovered in elite / hero raid, level 1 attack up for 15 seconds. There is no cooldown anywhere here. So if you do something like a unit that heals everybody, like Ariel's second skill does a cleanse and a heal, this will also add an attack up on it. You can do really cool things like Colleen, who does AoE heal but also does attack up and get additional attack up. So just this line of text in itself makes her really cool. And then these 2 lines right here gives her some PvP viability. Probably primarily going to be battlefield is what I'd say based on her kit as a whole. Ultimate recovers the HP of allies within the area and applies shield, so same as her third skill. Then applies provoke to nearby enemies, certain chance, 90%. Recover amount based on HP, so kind of whatever. Then HP and evasion, the 2 stats that she wants. Everything she does is based on HP. Her passive cares about evasion. These are the 2 stats that she wants. They're doing a really good job on the paladins stats. Jeanne, I know she's like a face thing for the game, so it'll be interesting to see what happens here. Already off to a good start that her first skill is lower mana cost than everybody else. applies invincibility to itself and provokes nearby enemies a certain chance. If paladin is in the energy of light state, reduce the cooldown of Cry of Provocation, which is this skill, and uses Justice Strike. So 8-second invincibility with an 18-second cooldown and 3 mana cost, so you can be literally always invincible and always provoke, just because if you have her on Soul Link. When caster is in energy of light state, decrease this cooldown by 50%. So 9-second cooldown on its own off Soul Link, 9-second cooldown that lasts for 8 seconds. Okay. And when caster is in energy of light state, when this is triggered, use Justice Strike 1 time. Which, as we see here, deals damage based on defense. Enemy target recovers HP to itself and ally with the lowest HP, and applies defense up recoveries based on defense. So it does attack and defense. So we got a cleave right here. And then we have Prayer Protection. Removes a beneficial effect on enemies from the area, grants invincibility to the team member with the lowest HP and the lowest current HP and lowest max HP. So it's going to give 2 guys invincibility. Afterwards, creates an aura that will contain the energy of light. When energy of light is active, restore a portion of the destroyed HP of team members within the area every certain time and recovers their HP. The recovery amount is based wow. So right here, removes all beneficial effects of enemies, invincibility on the lowest percent HP unit and the lowest max HP unit on your team, puts down energy of light for 20 seconds. Every 2 seconds, recover 50% of destroyed HP, and recovers HP by 124% of defense. So this is going to be very important. So yeah, 24 seconds, lasts for 20 seconds. So you'll have 4 seconds when you don't have energy of light. And then if you do have energy of light, then this is a 9-second cooldown, 8-second invincibility on herself, as well as dealing a buttload of damage. Her and Artemil are going to be just messing people up. Wow. And then she handles the destroy meta on herself. Wow. And then her book effect. To do defense and resistance. As I said, I don't really care about the resistance. And last but not least, Leona. That's kind of a... I think they had to put the name Leona on the Dark One because League of Legends has a Leona Light girl, so they don't want to get hit by that kind of marketing. So deals damage based on HP to enemy target, recovers HP of itself and ally with the lowest current HP, and applies defense up recoveries based on HP. Additionally, attacks the enemy target based on the amount of recovery given. Damn. So 50% of max HP as damage. Holy crap. She's going to love Destroy on herself. Recovers HP equal to 31.5% of max HP. It'll heal her and the other guy, and gives both defense up, and also does a second hit on the enemy for 60% of the heal done, which is 60% of that 30% of your max HP. So you're trucking somebody. Recovers the HP of team members within the area, attacks nearby enemies to apply unrecoverable and also provoke. The recovery amount based on HP and the damage increase based on the amount of recovery given. Man. Recovers 21.1% of max HP, 60% of total recovery as damage, unrecoverable, and provoke. Everything you want from your tank. Passive. Applies shield to itself when hit by an enemy skill while without a shield. Okay. And increases its damage dealt if it has a shield. In addition, applies defense up to team members if it doesn't have defense up, and when it receives attack up, and applies attack up to team members if it doesn't have attack up when it receives defense up. Wait a second. So if it receives attack up and doesn't have defense up, it gives itself defense up. If it receives attack up and doesn't have attack up, it doesn't have defense up, then it gives itself defense up. All right, got it. Ultimate recovers HP of team members within the area, attacks nearby enemies to apply unrecoverable and provoke. The recovery amount is based on HP. Damage increased based on healing. Recover by 45.4% of max HP. 100% of total recovery as damage. Damn. So if you let her get low, she's going to chunk someone. Because she's going to heal herself for 50% of her HP, right? Then she's going to do 50% of her max HP as damage. Unrecoverable for 20, provoke. Last but not least, book is HP and crit damage. They know what they want Leona to do. So as you all know, the light one is the most busted in my opinion defensively. Offensively, well, the light one also counters the destroy meta, so she's the most sought after. Second is Leona, which is super powerful. As far as the three here, water is usually really good, which this one is good. Wind one I'm unsure about because of how her passive works. Which one was it? So water passive is the one I'm confused about. What is considered triggering this? Because down here it says any mana up or down, mana region up or down, but in the text itself it says all enemies and applied and allied monsters in arena and siege battle. So I don't know how this works at all. Let me know what you guys think down below. I'm really excited for Gian to counter the destroy meta. I hope to see more of those in the future. Leave a like if you liked it.